punches being thrown, and Nair Albright's brother is in the purple, and you just see Keyshawn Davis come in. The guy running in is Keon Davis, and things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for the Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw a stroller being moved back. That's Keyshawn Davis being pushed away. But the reason he's so upset is because that's his son that's in that stroller. He goes back to retrieve his son. But why would you put your family in this type of situation? It's just uncalled for and unfortunate what we've seen here at the Scope Arena. This was supposed to be a celebration of all that is great with the Davis brothers and what they represent for Norfolk, Virginia. And when you end up having the police intervene.
That was one of the reports of the incident last night, Scope Arena, Norfolk. I was in the building. Shout out my guy RC, who came all the way from Vegas, flew 5 hours to experience DB3 in my hometown, Norfolk, Virginia. And I gotta admit, man, I'm a little bit embarrassed for the behavior of Keyshawn and Keon in this situation. Now I'm looking for more news to develop to see if, in fact, there was something that triggered this, or if they were provoked. But even it doesn't justify the reports that we are receiving from Nair Albright himself and people close to the situation. And man, it's just extremely unfortunate. And you got to understand, as a fan of boxing, for sure, but when you passionate about the sport, and in our situation, being where I'm from, you finally get somebody who breaks out on the scene, right? Because I know a lot of boxing fans can understand where I'm coming from. You don't have a hometown champion, right? It's a lot of y'all who don't have huge boxing fans who don't have hometown boxing champions. There's no big time boxing where you have one of the big promoters bringing fights into your city. So it's different. It's difficult and it's different though, right? So for me, for a lot of us here in Virginia, this means a lot, right? It's crazy. We hadn't had big time boxing in the city in 30 years since Pernell Whitaker. You get Keyshawn, who's bold, brash, a ton of bravado, exciting, doing what appeared to be a lot of great things in the city. We were excited for another homecoming and for these events to take place in the manner and in the fashion that they did. It's crazy. So if you don't know, Keyshawn Davis missed weight, ultimately leading to him not being able to fight last night versus, of course, Edwin De Los Santos. He's stripped of his title. And I know that was a lot in itself for Keyshawn. Now, mind you, this is somebody who has somewhat of a history, from what I can recollect, of some sort of mental issues. So when you have somebody like that go through something as devastating as this whole situation, you really don't know how they will react. But anyway, he misses weight, he gets stripped. He's not fighting on the card anymore. Abdullah Mason takes over, basically. He's the headliner versus Jeremiah Nakathila. And listen, as soon as that was announced, I'm back and forth on Ticketmaster. I'm telling my partner, man, check this out. Refund after refund. It was no longer a sold-out event. It was far from being a sold-out event. Maybe half to maybe 3/4 showed up to continue to support the other brothers and the event for the city. And Kelvin Davis, his oldest brother, had a fight scheduled with Nair Albright. Albright does his thing, right? He beats Kelvin fair and square. He rocks him. He hurts him a few times in the fight, in my opinion. He catches that fade and he loses, right? It appeared Kelvin Davis took it on the chin like a man. Reports are, of course, backstage, Keyshawn Davis and Keon Davis approached Nair Albright. There was some type of physical altercation. Nair Albright, that interview was on, of course, YouTube. You can find Nair Albright where he says Keon and Keyshawn approached him. It became physical. He said out of his mouth that they jumped him. Now, I'm not so sure if Keon put hands on him, but according to him, they jumped him. And listen, it's no room in the sport for it. There's no room anywhere for it, man. And for Keyshawn, man, it's just, at this point, man, which way is up? Because 3 days ago, this kid was on top of the world, man. And understand that. And not even a full 3 days ago. This kid was on top of the world. I was very happy with him and pleased with all of his efforts and sacrifices he had made to get to this point. And for fans like me to have that excitement back in the hometown and for these events to transpire again in the manner and in the fashion that they did it's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking. You got to think about the celebrities that flew in. Uzi was in the audience, Mike Vick, Allen Iverson, the local celebrities, man. It was supposed to be another movie. Extremely unfortunate. And y'all got to understand, man, I'm coming from a place as just a fan who is emotionally attached to this whole situation. Like, seriously, emotionally attached because of my love for the sport and because of the love I have for my hometown, for my city, for my area, for the 7, man, for the 757 for sure. I had guests come out of town, staying in my house to be a part of this event, right? I was telling him, yo, this is going to be history. And it was history for all the wrong reasons. But now, more than ever, I'm just concerned again about Keyshawn Davis and some of the past mental issues he may have had, and you would hate to see any kind of see him digress, or you see progression lost, or see him relapse mentally in any kind of way moving forward. Because listen, he's going to wake up this morning, to all of the reports, to everything, and getting a full understanding just how detrimental his actions have been to his career in just a couple of days. And that could weigh extremely heavy on my man's mental. Oh man, it's a sad day, bro. It's a sad day in the sport, a sad day in boxing for me. I'm just extremely disappointed. And I think more than anything, for people who struggle with certain mental issues, that probably kills them more than anything, knowing that they let other people down. Now, I know a lot of people want to just probably going on and just say, man, the way he behaved, it just doesn't seem like he cared. But I tell you, man, I'm going to tell you, this young man cares. He does. He made some mistakes. He's going to have to live with it, but it's just going to be a matter of how he lives with it and how he chooses to redeem himself. The beautiful thing about life is, more than likely, you get second opportunities, and hopefully he can start to reset, rebuild, and begin to make amends with his fans, with himself, with the sport of boxing. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be a tough next however many days or weeks or months this situation haunts him, and it's considered a hot topic. But the flood of memes and everything that comes along with the backlash of this type of behavior, it's warranted at the end of the day. And he's going to have to stand up, poke his chest out, and deal with it like a man. at the end of the day. And it's crazy, man, because it just makes you think. You have to be careful when navigating in the world and in whatever you do in your profession. One bad choice can lead to so much bullshit. It's remarkable. And now you're going to have a lot of people pushing the narrative that Keyshawn is done. You know what I mean? DB3 is dead. There's no way up from here. You know what I'm saying? Then you've already got haters and people who want to see your downfall, and that just fuels their fire. It makes their job 10 times easier at the end of the day. Man, all I can do is pray for the brother at the end of the day. And if you're listening to this or watching this, pray for that brother, because mentally, you really don't know what kind of dark place he just may go to. You know what I mean? All right, man, that's all I got for y'all on this one. Sorry if I ran it out on this one, man, but I just had to get that out. And Keyshawn, if you ever get to hear this, brother, I'm sorry for what you're going through. You can't blame nobody but yourself, but it ain't over, bro. You're a young man. You learn from your mistakes and you get better, bro. You get better. All right, man, big seal, heavy bag. That's all I got for y'all, man. I'm out of here.
Thank you for watching my dad on Heavy Bag TV.